Hello everyone, welcome to day 191, I think. So, today's going to be a bit of a different day. We're going to do some touring. So I thought that it would be a good idea to do like a build tour halfway through the year, but we've missed that. So let's, in fact, before we do any of this, let's maybe pick up all of the all of the ores, and maybe, did I move this? No. Grab this and then move it somewhere else. Yes. So first things first, let's head in here. Let's go to spawn. So at spawn, there's, whoa, that's bright. There's the command blocks. This facilitates, I don't think you can actually use it now. The daylight cycle. Basically, the daytime. So there's two daytimes. There's the actual like time length from when you created the world, and then there's the day length, which resets after every day. At 0, that gets stopped, and a little it just stops, and there's like spam in the bottom here. I don't know how to stop the spam, but I don't know. I think it was a good idea. So first, let's head to probably the castle. No, the farm. Let's go to the farm because there's a few things we need to sort out. So ignore all this for the time being. I decided at some point I'm going to go into like thing for this. I came over to here and thought, oh, this is a nice area. There's a village over there. There's a nice little, how you would say. Well, there was a kind of a level part, but obviously we've added a little bit more onto that. And I thought, okay, yeah, I wanted to build here. So we started building here. First thing I built was this bit here, was this house. I began the houses via a 5x5, I don't want to say motif, a 5x5 layout. Template is the word I'm looking for there. Template. Where the inside is 3x3 and then the outside is obviously 5x5. You come in here and same thing goes in here. However, it's obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just bigger things here, and obviously there's decent stuff in here. This used to be my base, but then I moved. So that's why there's nothing in here. I used to also have a bunch of furniture mods, but I decided to remove them because I thought the way to get them was kind of dumb. I didn't like it. I like it. That's for World Edit, by the way. And I wanted to make sure that the amount of blocks that we had in the new blocks that we had in the world to be the least amount, so that I'm not I'm not reliant on mods updating, basically. Yeah, so although I don't know why there's no, a bunch of this doesn't seem to be properly sorted, because like there's a good set of there's the upside down stairs there. However, I forgot to put them here. So did I do that on purpose or what? Did I do it here? Okay, I definitely didn't do that on purpose. Here's my unbelievably terrible enchanting area. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't played Minecraft all that much. As in, like, the video game of Minecraft hasn't been played the way you're basically supposed to play. Like, I'm in level 15. I have 0, mob traps or anything like that. I just got my experience via the shulkers. The shulk things. From, back, down in the depths and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, so I decided to put it here. We've got a few extra mods. Yeah, so I've got all of these mods. Concurrent? Okay, all of these. Sure. It's mostly the biome changing mod, which I think is called Geolithic, something like that. Distant horizons. All of the optimizations for sodium, which means that I've got 132 FPS, which isn't a waste because this is a 144 Hz monitor, so that's good. And a bunch of what what are they called? A bunch of generation, like structures and stuff like that. See if we can find one. Obviously, this isn't usual Minecraft generation. Obviously. So, yeah. I think that's called Geolithic. So obviously there's these. I think these are part of the world generation though, rather than that. There you go. There's one. So there's kind of stuff there. I think we came from that direction actually. Went over there. That's a huge mesa, Badlands, whatever you want to call it. There's another one over there. That's pretty cool looking. We got the map open? Yes. So here's the map. I generated this area. Spawn is over here somewhere. Where is spawn? It's probably here actually, because I set spawn to be literally 0, 0. And what I've done over time, I've actually pruned all of the because the chunks have a timer that ticks up for the amount of time that you're in them. So you can prune chunks depending on that timer, which is an excellent thing. Thank you, Mage, for that. So I've done that a few times because we had an electrical mod right at the start. We played around with it for a bit, and I hated it, so I removed it. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just regenerate the whole thing without stuff. So, yeah. Right, let's get back over to the house. So this is the first house. The second bit I did was this part, and this is where the teleport room was, where we had the waystones. Obviously, the waystones is another major mod that we've got. But I didn't like it in here because, like, this was getting quite big, and I was getting sick of teleporting here and then having to go over there or having to go over there, whatever. But yes, we've got a little thing here. I'll come back to that. Second house here. These are very boring houses, to be honest with you. And I think that's fine, because that's huge mansion over there was the third one we built. It's fine. We'll go in it. Once again, this was full of furniture and stuff like that, but now it's not because the mod's gone. And I've got in here, and then obviously the little balcony there. Used to be a bed in here, but you know, it's. I want to get rid of all of these torches as well, but we can't do that just yet. Then I think we started on this mansion here, which I think is one of the nicer ones. I know it's very boxy, but like the 5x5 template we use is a boxy kind of thing. I did a bit of garden here. There's the backyard, literally, with like a step thing for you to pick up. There's an actual thing here. Wall here is one of the things that I also began doing. Kind of big hallway here. Another one of these small 1x2, I guess, 1x1x2 stairwells. Goes it? Okay. Oh yeah, because that's that, isn't it? And then yeah, okay. And another thing here. I added in like a really nice looking roof. You'll be able to see in just a moment, which allows for a loft conversion, which with an actual bed in it. Very nice. With these, which I think it looks really nice. And the hold on. The roof here is different. Bear in mind that the timelines of these might have changed. I don't remember exactly what they are. Yeah, the roof is different to here. I like this because it's got a little bit of a thing you can look out at here as well. I mean, technically you can't even see this because it's here, but whatever. Because all of these are basically these kind of roofs. This connecting these two up was kind of difficult, but it's really made me think like better. I don't like the whole like stairs as roofs because they're very tall. And I'm not sure I like that, but it works for these houses here, especially this bit here that comes over an overhang. I love the overhang bits; they're always pretty good, the overhangs, so that's good. Thirdly, let's have a look at the walls here. Actually, walls is one of those things that I did over time. So we've got a wall here. I cut out all of this lot. The wall connected here. This was later on. So looks like we're hanging the mountain back. It's not actually. I thought it was going to be quite like horrible to look at. But it's not, because of the texture pack. The resource pack that we're using is Excalibur. So, yeah. and it's really nice. It goes. Actually, what does this place look like in default texture pack? I have absolutely no idea. The colour of the wood is definitely different. Obviously, the cobblestone is exactly the same. It looks a lot brighter, doesn't it, in this texture pack than it does the other texture pack? But whatever. I'm probably never going to go away from Excalibur. So yeah, so we'll keep it there. Right. Okay. Like I say, timeline might be out of order here. I'm not entirely sure. We'll come back to that in a minute. So next, I did I wanted like a Minas Tirith kind of garden. Everyone knows, the Minas Tirith thing where there's a huge, there's the castle and then a huge garden coming out with a tree at the end. I wanted something like that without being too ridiculous about it, like too massive. So it's not like massively long, but it is kind of like that kind of thing where it just comes out. I also wanted to have a little garden here. This is a pond here, and then it comes out under the bridge. Didn't used to come out under the bridge, it used to come out just here, and then obviously we did the bridge over it, that's fine. Then began this huge stairwell here. We did that as well, but that's neither here nor there. We did the stairwell coming down here to the church. I like building churches. I don't really know why, to be honest with you. As atheists know, but I think it's I think it just adds like community to build, especially like a big church like this, and especially added in all of these little bits of like a bit of a notch there, some greenery, stuff like that. Some added stuff, especially this bit here, and then like the tower. I like the bell tower quite a bit because there's an actual bell in there, and then a bit of stained glass here just to add a bit of variety. What's in here? Anything good? I mean, I'll take the dirt. Another one here, which I don't know. It's fine. It's like almost reminds me of a Klingon bird of prey. I'm not sure about it, to be honest with you. I don't like how it's close to this. I don't know why I didn't push it over one, but I don't know. There's a little notch there, and then you come into what is my favourite part of the build, the main area, I guess? Vestibule? No, I don't know what it is. But yeah, we got all of these. I edged them with the trapdoors because some of them are like the other ways around, so it looks like they've been worn and stuff like that. It looks real good. The altar is a little bit overdone, if you ask me. It's a bit much. But here it is. Got some chests over here. Everyone put some things in the chest. I don't know. Then we've got the what do you call it here? The bell tower. I had a way of getting out here onto the rafters because you used to be able to get out onto the back, and this was like onto the roof. Sorry, but I think I prefer this to be the rafters because I had this like covered up. But I like the idea of this being like open-ended. There it is, and then we're on to the bell tower. So. There we go. It's pretty good. So let me just get out of this. So, and then there's I think there's on each side. Yeah, it's on each side, isn't it? Good. Yeah. So it looks pretty good. All right. Then we started with the graveyard here. I asked people for like people I wanted to put in. Only got a few people, as you can see over there, just yet. But that's fine. It's a graveyard. It's kind of morbid, I guess. But here's my late partner, died 3 years ago. It's Ben. This is Kit's dog, and also Kit's granddad, I want to say. And then this went out to nowhere. We'll be going somewhere. It's probably just going to be a garden for the time being because it was going to go around, but then I added that up top here. There is another place as well, which I haven't shown you just yet, but I think we'll go to that in just a moment. Yeah. So I began to want to do something with this little cove here. So I decided to make a little area down here. This is going to be like the campsite area, and then there'll be a way down to the bottom here. I'm going to cut this whole thing out, and this is going to be like a beach. So people can come down here, and there can be like little tiki areas and stuff like that, and make some tents with what do you call it? With like wool and stuff like that. But I need some wool to begin with, to be honest with you, because like I said, not done anything like that. Oh, the whole thing over here. Obviously, I cut out this bit to have a huge wall. Same with the huge wall here. All of this is going to go at some point because I actually want this to be like full-on wall. Like they've made like a massive, what do you say, like engineering project. And yeah, let's do the bridge. I thought this bridge was kind of massively over-engineered, and you could say yes, it probably is. However, I need to get rid of these. That's annoying, but I like it quite a bit. It's the patterning is pretty good. Obviously, CH7. 7 dash master race. It looks pretty good, and the bridge itself looks kind of good. I like the fact that it goes up and then down. It's not just a straight bridge, it's a bit of actual like patterning there. And here, I don't know what we'll do here, but it goes into over that. Before we did all this though, I made like a little bit of like we made these specific houses here. And then I wanted to make some like, what I'm going to do actually, I'm actually going to stop the daylight cycle here. Some like more denser housing here. There's nothing in here, and they're basically a 4x3. Nothing particularly, some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. Obviously once I add some furniture into this furniture, route is going to be one of those last things that we do, I think. And then obviously the little portcullis area, little castle area, and I'm here. I might as well show it. And the castle this is very recent. Basically, what we're doing, we're having a wall up the top there. It's going to go around, and the castle is going to be basically built into the hill here. I'm not going to dwell too much about this because these are very, very recent videos, so you could easily just go and watch those. However, there is one like nice bit that I do want to talk about. I talked about the elephant in the room. If you can see it in the horizon, oh, what that is over there. Here is the. Oh, do I have anything here? Just wheat seeds. Okay. Oh, we're going to continue the village or town, whatever it is, settlement over. But I wanted like a wheat field, and I thought, okay, you could just go through the wheat field. That'd be pretty good. So obviously, there's a path through the wheat field. There's still a lot of wheat here, so that's pretty good. And then we've got the farmhouse, which I think still uses. So yeah, this side here uses the stairs. This bigger bit here uses the slabs, which I like, much prefer. Going in here, these are trapdoors. I like them. Lots of stuff in here. I guess I should take. Oh, that's where the thing is. Then we've got a massive one here. I did have this stairs here, but it meant that the roof just there is going to be different. Oh, these, by the way, are double oak slabs. They look different, which I think is pretty good. I forgot to move the whole thing over, but they're all like at the bottom here. Looks like a set of. It looks like a little, not decking, paneling. Yeah, and obviously we've got these trapdoors here. You can't actually tell they're on the other block, which looks pretty good. Good. So I've got this here, and then obviously this down here. I specifically did that so I can get down. I was going to have like a dormer. Good job. Here. But I couldn't figure out how to do it, so we didn't. Over there is nothing because we continued the wall. All of the wall's going to go right down to the floor on all of them. So obviously that's done. That's done. Need to do all of that first. This is already done. This is going to be cut out as well. I've been using World Edit more now because I did it to cut out all of that. And it's basically the same thing I'm going to do for there as well because I can use filters with that. So let's talk about the big one here. This has taken me 190 episodes along with. Oh. Can't see it. Hold on. Sorry, there's a teleporter here. along with the Mage Tower, which I will go out first. So yeah, here's the Mage Tower. It's huge. It was going to be bigger, to be honest with you. It was going to have, because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bits, but it was going to be the same like this. It's going to be basically this, but up at the top here, and then it's going to be huge. But I decided that it was probably about time that I consolidated massive that's what I'm looking for. Massive projects. They're not all flat. It's all like kind of patterned and stuff like that. Blocks and stuff. This is the storage area. Obviously, it looks like it's floating, which I do like, and obviously there's lava under here, making it seem more making it seem more mystical, I guess. These are waypoints, by the way. These are shared share stones where you can only teleport between the two. So I do like that. That's pretty good. Got most of my stuff here. Everything needs to be moved into the storage area at some point. So I've got an empty room here, and then there's technically an empty room in here, but another empty room. Then we come up to the... Eventually, this is why I've got the share stones, so I have to give this. And here is the storage area. How many blocks? How many chests was this? 320? Something like that. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here. The fact that the tooltip at the top shows you how many's in it is very useful. But basically, we've got so much stuff. So many rocks and everything like that. Because my main pickaxe is a silk touch pickaxe, so that's pretty good. I'm using the underside at the minute, and it's not all sorted because it's all kind of mishmash at the minute. Especially because I've used all of the dirt. That's all of that. I thought, oh, we're never going to use all this dirt. It turns out I used all of the dirt. So let's go to the overlook. This is what I finished like a week ago or something like that. Because I thought, okay, I want an overlook so I can see all the way around. It looks kind of cool. But I'm disappointed in the way this ended. Because, like, you've got all of this here, and then you've got, like, a weird-ass thing up here. It looks weird. But we'll probably come back to this at some point, but I do want to finish off the castle and everything first. So, if I remember correctly, which way is this way? So I think it's there. There it is. You can tell by the blocks over there. I'm fairly certain that's the settlement over there. So I think that's everything. Oh, there's the military base. I did out a little area here, this huge area here, because I wanted to do like a military base using just terracotta. So that's actually, thinking about it, the only other mods that we've got is the more stairs and more everything thing. But the thing is, these aren't technically blocks. I mean, they are blocks, but the way you make them is like through frames. Which I like because it's like... Does anyone remember Carpenter's blocks? They were good. So, there's walls, got slabs, trapdoors, pressure plates, gates, fences, doors, stairs. Yeah, got all of that kind of stuff. So I'm happy at that. That's pretty good. Yeah, I was going to make a little... I mean, we'll come back to this at some point, but this isn't actually too far away from the settlement, really. Where are we? Did it say where we are? Can I, like... Follow. Yeah, so we're over there. So that's a lie, actually. That's more miles away. Okay. But I wanted to make this like a secret area, because, like, this is in here, and I thought that'd be cool. But I stopped, I think, because we didn't have any way of using the terracotta in any other way. But now we do. So, it is. Got a stronghold. Have I killed the dragon? Yes, I must have. Yeah. Need to go end busting at some point, I think, again, because I think we do. And I think that is basically it. So I'm going to begin the daylight cycle again. And I will end the episode. Is it going to go? It's very nearly. The day, sunrise to sundown is 20 minutes. Night is 2 minutes. You can see the going around because it's one of those things where I'm like, who cares? Because I've basically beaten Minecraft in a way. Like, I'm mainly just building. So, Alright, so I need to find a bed. So I think the best one to go for probably would be the one in the Mage Tower. So I can sleep to the next day. So the next day will be there. But yeah, thank you for watching with the... Oh, no, that's spawn. With the weird... put that in there, actually. Base stuff here. World tour, I guess, not base tour. When you look at it, it's not all that much. But when, like, this is one episode a day, Minecraft day as well. Like, I think it's alright. 190 stuff. So, yeah, I guess. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.